Can't hear anything. Is it done? Am I on? Thumbs up? It says end broadcast. I didn't hear any intro. Russell, talk to me.
Live from the House of LeMay Makeup and Dressing Room.
Here comes Amber. Stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber. She's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber. Cue with the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion from sequins to her glasses. You can't look away. Ask her does she do it, there's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine gaze. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the House of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. It's Amber live tonight. The music starts playing, it starts cabareting on Amber live tonight.
Hi there, it's Amber Live. It's our 9th show. Yes, 9th show. Whew, where's time flown? Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you what, I'm really excited about tonight's show, but if you missed last week's show, number 8, oh my goodness, Robert Serini, and I said his name right this time. He was on there, talking about his new documentary in Boko, that means mouse, and then Dixie Longate. Oh my God. Talk, laugh, drink, laugh, talk. She's great. So check out Dixie Longate on Facebook. She's doing a lot of fun things. So welcome. We've got a great show tonight. It's a tribute to Minnesota. Why Minnesota? I don't know. Why not? It's a great state, and I've got 2 guests who are Minnesota natives. One, a transplant to Vermont, and the other, an award-winning beauty pageant winner. Yes, she's going to be here as well. So stick around for that. I'm going to do a little talking here. Just a shout out to my Mr. Producer. I can't find my first slides. I don't know where they went. So if you could put those up there, put them in the right folder. I don't know where they went. So anyway, but a lot of things are happening this week. You know that? Things are opening up. Yeah, did you notice that? Have you been out on the street? Some stores and restaurants and some bars are opening up all over the country. I don't know yet. I don't know. But if you go out, please wear a mask. That's all we ask. You know, they say, well, I don't have to. Well, you know what? You don't. The government tells you to ride on the right side of the road. You do that, don't you? You wear your seatbelt, don't you? How about wearing a mask? It's for everybody's safety. Enough preaching, all right? But there's a lot of things to celebrate this week, not just NASCAR opening up today. No, there's other things as well, like such as, did you know that today is National Pack Rat Day. You know, with everybody that's staying at home, I'm sure they're cleaning out a lot of things and pitching them. So we may not have National Pack Rat Day again. So celebrate it this year. National Cherry Cobbler Day. Who doesn't like a good cobbler? I just love a good cobbler, cherry or not. National Graduation Tassel Day. How sad. All the colleges and high schools graduating, and they have to do it from distance. They don't get a hug. They don't get to throw their hats up in the air together. That's just sad. But the congratulations to all the graduates from everything. Just good for you. Let's see. It's National Walnut Day. Who doesn't like a good nut? Yeah, and the walnut. Yeah, I like walnuts. And then Take Your Parents to the Playground Day. Well, not if they're too old, because I don't want to break a hip or something. But if you still have your parents and you can get them to the playground, today would have been a good day to do that. On Monday, National HIV Vaccine Awareness Day. That's all I'm saying. Just be aware of that. And then National Visit Your Relatives Day. And perhaps if they broke a hip on National Take Your Parents to the Playground Day, you can go see them in the hospital. But in this day and age, you can go see him Zoom. You don't have to see him in person. You go, oh, I got a bad connection. Got to go now. But at least make the effort, all right? Monday is also National Dirty Dishes Day. God, I could use that every day. Dirty in a lot of dishes these days. Let's see, what else do we have this week? Tuesday, National Devil's Food Cake Day. Ooh, got any bakers out there? Want to deliver one to me? Wednesday, National Be a Millionaire Day. Whoa, hey, that's lottery day in a lot of places. Powerball, going to have to think about buying another ticket on that day. National Pick Strawberries Day. Oh, I like strawberries. That's good. And National Rescue Dog Day. Now, I know a lot of my friends and a lot of my viewers there have rescue dogs. Thank you so much. That is so nice. Rather than go buy them from a breeder, you get them from the pound. That's very good. Thank you very much. And consider getting another one on Wednesday. It's National Rescue Dog Day. Thursday, National Waitstaff Day. This is something else you can do, all right? The restaurants are opening up, some of them. If you go, tip them a lot because they haven't worked in, 8 weeks or so? So they could use some extra coin. Or I know a lot of bars and restaurants have set up GoFundMe pages for their employees. I know I've contributed to some of those. You can do that, or just be nice to the wait staff when you do see them because they do a lot. And where would we be without them? Oh, and then Thursday, more strawberries and cream day. Yum, yum, yum. Isn't that what we do at Wimbledon? Strawberries and cream. And then to round out the week, let's see, what do we have? Let's see. Oops. Friday is National Craft Distillery Day for all you beer drinkers. National Solitaire Day. Every day is Solitaire Day for me. National Buy a Musical Instrument Day. Get a ukulele. I bet you can play better than I did last week for my Mother's Day song. Practice, kid, practice. And then next Saturday is Lucky Penny Day, whatever the hell that is, and National Taffy Day. Going to have to get some polygrit to take part of National Taffy Day, I guess. Yeah. So, well, we tell you people to take a drink when I take a drink. Well, and I was told last week I didn't drink enough, So not that I'm encouraging anyone, but I don't want anybody to go parched either. So if you do have a beverage in front of you, cheers, salute, social, okay? Very nice. So please, if you have any questions, please send them in the comments that you can do there. Oh, we got people already commenting. Great. Some local people, some New York people, some from Indiana. Getting it from everywhere. So yes, put some comments in there. Hey, Chrissy B. Chrissy B's in Indiana now. Yeah, Indiana wanted him. He used to be in New York. Well, from Ohio to New York to Indiana. He's running from something. And then Lorenzo. Hi, Lorenzo from New York City. Hello there. Nice seeing you. And Scott, just from over the hill there. Hi, Scott. Hello. Welcome. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments there. Bridget from California. Yay, how you doing? And cousin Crystal and Bones are watching from Beaver Pond. Hope the reception stays good up there. All right, so I told you it was a Minnesota week. And so I've got 2 guests from Minnesota. My first one, I've known this guy for almost 30 years. We'll verify that. And so I'd like to bring him on now. If you've ever been talked about sex education and you're over the age of 40 in Vermont, this guy has talked to you about it. All right. So please, I'd like to welcome to Amber Live, Mr. John Olsen.
Hey, Amber, how are you?
I'm good. Let's see if I can blow you up there. Oh, I have that effect on some guys.
You too. I've heard.
So, John, how long have you lived in Vermont?
I moved here in the fall of 1988, so 32 years.
Okay, and I met you shortly after that, I believe.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
A friend of yours and I were almost roommates way back when.
Oh, Bob, I'm rooming with Bob now. Oh, you would have had fun. You would have.
I would have.
So, John, what brought you to Vermont from Minnesota?
Well, actually, a Greyhound bus did. So Miss Richfield's not the only one who has a history with a Greyhound bus.
Well, tell us.
Yeah, well, after college, I had wanted to pursue a fabulous career in hospitality. And so I was going to work in hotels, and my supervisor at the time had been transferred to Burlington, Vermont, the Radisson. And I called him for a reference, and he said, well, how about a job? And I thought that would save a few steps. So I said I would give it a try. If I didn't like it, I'd go back to the beautiful Twin Cities, near Richfield, Minnesota, and work there. But I thought I would give it a try for 6 months, and it's been 32 years.
Wow. There's a lot of people who have those stories who
Yeah.
come to Burlington, especially, and fall in love and just say, "Nope, I'm staying here."
Yeah, it's great. So, but I did come from on a Greyhound bus, just like that, from Minnesota.
Can you move that?
Yes,
Can
I
you
can.
give it as?
There we go. A little shout out to our friend, a local artist, Aaron Stein, who is does all this work in license plates. And
Yes.
for my 29th birthday, the 21st anniversary of my 29th birthday,
I was there.
Yes, I decided to commission a piece of art, and I wanted to do something with the Minnesota plate when I was born and a Vermont plate. And I happened to find the Vermont plate, not the year I arrived here, but I found a 1971 in the Navy Extra Shop in Provincetown. So I thought, that is perfect. That's good. So it's a wonderful piece. There's a map of Minnesota, and Aaron called it John's Journey. So I'm quite pleased with that piece. So I wanted to show it off on the Minnesota show.
Oh, very nice. And, there's no truth to the rumor that Aaron Stein learned how to work with license plates in prison. There's no truth to that.
I have no information about that.
No, there's none. There's none. Hi,
Aaron.
Aaron.
Nothing I can add.
So you worked at the Radisson, which is changed its name to something else, and then
the Wyndham, and then the Hilton, and one of our 3 Hiltons. Just to confuse people like me.
And so, what did you do after you left the Radisson?
Then I worked at the University of Vermont, and I coordinated conferences for 2 years. And then I started to figure out something about my life, and it wasn't as straight and narrow as I thought I was.
I don't know what took him so long.
I know. I'm always the last to know, Amber. It's true. It's true. So came out of the closet in this outfit. And then I started working at Vermont Cares. So a friend of mine who was living with HIV at the time mentioned that there was a job open. And if I could say 6 words that meant intercourse, I might get the job. And so I practiced. I looked it up. And I ended up working there for 6 years. Started out half-time and then full-time.
Vermont Cares being the committee.
The Committee on AIDS, Resources, Education, and Services.
Yes.
For Vermont.
And that's been around for like 30 years. So
at least, 30.
What was your
Pardon?
What was your job with them?
I started out as the men's educator. Then I kind of was the education manager, and then I was the director of education and prevention. So I talked about safe sex quite a bit. So social.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yes, which made it difficult to date in Vermont, actually, because I was a good boy. And I thought, well, I've got a professional relationship with almost everyone in 4 counties. So, and I didn't have a car. So that got a little difficult to, get along. So I wasn't a practicing homosexual for not as often as I wanted.
Well, practice.
But I did practice.
Yes. So, in what similarities do you see with today's situation with the COVID and the AIDS crisis? Do you see any situation there?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think some of us in the community are definitely comparing that. One of the things I say that's a little sarcastic, but not really, that while everyone is terrified, this is sort of like 1981 for us, for those who are around and active at that point, when we didn't know what was happening. It was very concerning, and we were learning more about the virus all the time. And we didn't have a very helpful or supportive administration. So, but with that history, we have much more information now, and the science of epidemiology and virology has advanced greatly. So it's been very helpful that we can sort of find some answers, but it's still going to be a long time. But we're at that phase where everyone is really afraid, and we have to learn through it, and we don't have all the answers. So we have to live and be comfortable with not having all the answers that we want.
So, back then it was very easy to meet people up, and even if you maybe shouldn't have done some things, people did them. So, but it's not as easy to meet these days, do you think? Or is it easier with Grindr and that?
Yeah, well, lots of our friends have had conversations about, it used to be nice when we could go to bars and restaurants and villages that were a bit like gay enclaves and gay and lesbian enclaves. And that certainly had its place. And now with the integration of LGBTQA people in the broader community, at least here in Vermont, we're actually quite lucky. When friends ask me, well, where do you go? Where's the gay bar in Vermont? I often say, anywhere the four of us go, it's going to be a gay bar in Vermont. So,
Yes.
we're pretty lucky that way, but I know it's not the same as it is the rest of the nation. So it's wonderful. And bars are really struggling, of course, and had for a while because, I didn't have much experience with gay chat bulletin boards back in the day because I knew it would take up all my time. Well, then I got onto some of the apps, 5 and 10 years ago, and I was right. It takes up all my time. So it is nice that we can find people we might be interested in, check out our interests, our commonalities, etc. But I think even the last 2 months, that's been really quite slow. Folks are really isolating. They're taking this seriously, which is great. And they're staying home, and they're probably might be burning up more bandwidth, let's say, with some chat.
Yeah. Any advice for single people in this day and age?
Single people. Let's see. No, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Be prepared and wash your hands. Yeah.
Okay.
Wear a mask. There should be a song about staying safe in this kind of this problem. Yeah.
Well, perhaps we'll find one. So, compare Vermont with Minnesota.
Oh, that's interesting. The story I tell is that I went to school in a town right across the river from Fargo, North Dakota, and many of us see the movie. And this town was even more notorious that it was called Moorhead. And so Fargo and Moorhead, about the same size population as Burlington. But even then, when I got here, I immediately knew there was about 3 or 4 times as much going on. So it's a little more vibrant here. We're lucky that Montreal is so close, and that Boston is so close, and New York relatively close. Where in Minnesota, Minneapolis is sort of it, and that was a good 4-hour away. But when people talk about rural issues and health issues and such, I say, let's keep in mind that Minnesota is as big as all of 6 states of New England. So, and I grew up in a very small town, actually 8 miles from a town with 800 people. The closer town was only 4.5 miles away, but that had 45 people. So I know a little bit about rural living, and I'm glad I live in Burlington now.
So what is your job now?
Well, good segue, Amber. So now I work at the Department of Health still, and I've been there for about 15 years. And for the last 10, I have run the Office of Rural Health and Primary Care, which basically means I'm a bureaucrat, and I get to work with the feds to bring in federal money, and I get to give that out to hospitals and clinics, and we do workforce development as well. So we're trying to make sure that we've got all the basic needs for healthcare in all the counties and rural areas of Vermont. So
cool.
I love doing that work.
Oh, definitely. So what's happening out there with their healthcare?
Oh, well, that's a tremendous challenge right now. For the last 2 and 3 months, we've been sort of suffering with 2 months with the being locked down, et cetera. But hospitals have been gearing up, and clinics have been gearing up for 3 or 4 months. And they started canceling appointments, et cetera. Because they just need to get ready for the epidemic. And we were really lucky in Vermont. We've been lucky so far with social distancing and people taking care of themselves and using masks. We have not seen the epidemic like we have in neighboring states. So if you hear Governor Scott talk, he's making the case that we need to be very cautious about how much we're sort of opening up social distancing, et cetera. So we're optimistic, but we're careful. So yes, wear your mask, keep your distance.
Right. I get told that a lot. Keep your
well, yeah. So
all right, John. Thank you very much. Hang in there. I'm going to bring you back.
I will.
And we're going to have a Minnesota quiz with my other guest. Okay,
I'll be ready. I'll be preparing.
Yes. One thing that get out of here. Go back to your room, John. Minnesota.
Okay.
You're studying. Oh, good. All right. Well, one thing that was canceled this week was I hate to say it, but it was Fleet Week in New York. Wait. No, not that Fleet Week. No. But Fleet Week. Are you familiar with Fleet Week? Well, Fleet Week, believe it or not, started back in the late 1800s after the Spanish-American War. All the soldiers came back and they said, hey, we need to have some fun. So they got off the ship and went into New York City and had some fun. So and it's been a tradition ever since then that Navy men, when they get off the ship, they like to meet each other and talk about what some of their adventures that they had. And then it really didn't begin to be an official event till 1982, when the city of New York decided, hey, we can make some money off this. Let's create a tourism industry and invite everybody to come to Fleet Week. And so what they do is they let the sailors off the ships to go in and mingle in the city, and they let people of the city go on the ships to see what those are like too. They've never asked me to go on this ship either. Well, here's an enterprising young person there. Attention, all you men in uniform, here's the best of the best. Free. They gave him a free cone. And don't those guys look like they just love to lick that cone? Yes, they do. They must not get much ice cream on the boat. And then I found this. It was a little disturbing. No, that is not me in the red. I wasn't around back then, but that does kind of look like Amber, Lucy Bell, and Marguerite LeMay, doesn't it? Oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't have, but I did go to one Fleet Week, and that was back in 2012. Yes, I was down in New York City with Russell Dreher, and we were promoting a new app that he had created called Ask the Drag Queens. And we were down there doing some promotional work. And it happened to be Fleet Week. And so sure enough, there I was in the middle of it all and just having a great time. Look at the person over there on the left or right. I'm not sure. It's a mouse, one of the costumed characters. And I don't think she's too happy me getting the attention of all those sailors. But oh my gosh. So that was a lot of fun. And that weekend was when I first met Rocco Zamboni. Rocco, you know Rocco. Rocco's the guy who calls at the end of the show. And I got a feeling we're going to be hearing from him tonight as well. So I'm really sad that Fleet Week is canceled. What are those sailors going to do? All those seamen coming ashore. It's hard telling what's going to happen down there without them being welcomed with open arms. And so I'm a little sad about that. Yeah, here's to the sailors. Here's to the sailors. All right. Now for my next guest. Oh my goodness. I've known her for over 10 years, but I've seen her perform down in Provincetown many times. I even performed with her, as well as she came to Vermont, I think around 8 or 9 years ago for Winter Rendezvous and performed. But just a great performer and a lovely, lovely person. So I would like to welcome Miss Richfield, 1981, to Amber Live. Hey, Miss Richfield.
Amber, how are you?
I'm good. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I can't wait till we can do that in person.
Exciting! Look at you, got your own show.
Oh,
It just took a pandemic. It just took a little bit and slamming everyone, into their homes so they didn't have anywhere to go and nothing else to see. And next thing you know, you're famous.
That's right. Well, thank you very much for joining. So where are you calling from?
From Richfield, Minnesota, of course.
Yeah. Tell us about Richfield. Tell us about Richfield.
I'm sort of like dressed up for Memorial Day. And I'm supposed, for the last 17 years, I've been in P-Town for Memorial Day. So I'm sort of like getting ready for Memorial Day in my mind, even if I'm, normally I'd be packing and getting ready to leave. But I'm not doing that right now. But you know what? It's great to be in Richfield. And Richfield is proud to be the very first suburb of Minneapolis. When they first started doing all that, creating suburbs, we knew a good thing. We knew it would be popular. So Richfield is that. Richfield also has the first indoor shopping mall in the world. Southfield, yes, was the first shopping mall in the world. Yes, indoor shopping mall. Yeah. Isn't that great? Lucy Bell.
Lucy
oh
Bell.
My gosh.
Lucy Bell loves you, Miss Richfield. And
I love Lucy.
You know what? Next week is her birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I wonder what we should do for that.
Well, I've heard that you have a
how
special.
many more of those will be around?
So we better celebrate this one. So don't you have a little something that you could say to her or to?
Well, I could do my birthday song.
I think so. Yeah.
What if I did my birthday song? And I only do my birthday song for very, very special people. I wrote it in the 70s when I was heavier, before my beauty career really took off, and I got to be on, Facebook Live in Vermont. Before all this, this glamour that we're experiencing today. So Lucy, it's Lucy Bell, though, right? I always say Luce. I call her Lucy, but it's Lucy Bell is the official name.
Right.
And so this is for your birthday, because I can't be there to wish you a happy birthday personally. It's my birthday song. I do it Acapulco, which is Mexican for I can't afford an orchestra. Okay, this is okay, here we go. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. So I hope it's a good birthday. I mean, it's, got to be a really big number, I would think. She's been around for a long time.
Yes, she has.
I mean, I think she got famous right after the war. I'm pretty sure, was it? It was, I don't know. I think it was the Roosevelt administration. I'm pretty sure.
So tell us about your title of Miss Richfield 1981.
I'm so glad you asked. A lot of people think that's my name. It isn't that my name. It is my beauty title. I don't let my name out. I haven't done that for years. Since this strong gal in a Harley, she started sort of calling me regularly, and I had to disconnect my phone and go unlisted. So I'm Miss Richfield 1981 because I was crowned as Miss Richfield, our beauty queen in the city of Richfield. We have a beauty contest every year. And in 1981, it was the 5th time I tried it. And just before I was going to age out, that's a beauty pageant term, age out. And then I won the title. It was just really my talent and my beauty and my years of experience. And the fact that there was 11 of us, and I was one of 3 under 250 pounds. So that helped. But the big help was Trudy Olson, who was twirling not 1, not 2, but 3 flaming batons and lost control and took the whole front row of contestants out in a terrible fire.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's the only one to stop, drop, and roll that day, which is also how I do my hair. So it was perfect. It worked out perfect. So that's the deal, and I'm in Minnesota ever since. Well, actually, the day after the pageant, everybody in Richfield, the city council, my church, and other people got together to raise money to buy me a bus ticket to go someplace else. And I've been traveling ever since. They just keep saying, go tell people about Richfield. And sometimes, sometimes they just say, go. Go. Well, here's $100, just go as far as you can go.
So
and when you get that kind of reception, how can you not be positive? And people love you that much.
Then they know if you come back, you had to work at it. You really do want to come back.
It's a one-way ticket. So yeah, but they somehow know I'm back. It's interesting. There's always another bus ticket taped to the trailer.
So I'm doing some math here. 1981, right. And this is 20.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's like 39 years ago.
Wow. It might not have been 1981. I probably have that wrong. It was probably 2000 and something. I know it was a while ago, and I was very young. Crowned at a young age.
So you normally spend your summers in Provincetown.
I do, not far from you, out there in beautiful New England.
Yes. So where else do you perform?
I get to go all sorts of wonderful places. I get to go to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware during the summer. Usually I do that. I come up into your area sometime to a Gunkwit, or I've been to Kennebunk, performed up there, sometimes in that area. And then I travel the rest of the year to all sorts of wonderful places because I get to travel with Atlantis Events. And they have cruises and resorts and so forth. It's just wonderful. But of course, all that's been canceled right now. So I have just been staying home, and I've been doing an online thing. But normally I get to go to all sorts of wonderful places. I mean, I was supposed to go, in fact, at the beginning of June, I was supposed to go on the new Virgin ship. Yeah, the Virgin ship, I know. I thought, well, that's an interesting choice for the last bunch of homos to be getting on Virgin. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, whatever. I thought I'll be the only, you know, unblemished one there that can truly wear white, you know. But yeah, and so we get to go to all sorts of places, and I've traveled literally all over the world, and I'm telling you, the more you travel, the more you appreciate how we're so much the same, you know, and not, you know, I appreciate home. I love our country, of course. Hello, I'm in red, white, and blue for Memorial Day, and just because I love red, white, and blue. But you do just get to meet people from all over and begin to realize we're not that different. We're actually more alike.
So you talk about working on the cruise ships. Are you worried about going back on a cruise ship?
Ooh, yeah, I'm a little concerned, actually. And, you know, a lot of the crew, because I know a couple people that work on the cruise ships, a lot of the crew is still on the cruise ships. They just sort of park them out at sea because they can't come into the, you know, they can come in and get supplies sometimes, but that's all they can get. And then they have to go back out. And so some of these people have been at sea for like 8 weeks, you know, on an empty ship with just employees. And they've given a lot of the crew people balcony rooms because they're confined to their rooms. They're not supposed to, you know, they can't go out. Just like if you were on a cruise, you couldn't go out. So it's really been a tough time for the cruise industry. They're a good bunch of people. They work really hard and get paid nothing. I'm telling you. I mean, they work for $3 a day or some crazy thing like that, but they work really hard. And we got to remember all these people, you know, so when this thing is passed, we got to get back on, you know, we got to get traveling again. We really do. Obviously, I don't want to travel right now either because I feel like it's still happening. And I'm not one of those people that, you know, wants to get out and be amongst people, you know. I feel like I don't know how you feel, and I'm wearing my mask. Are you wearing a mask?
Oh, yes.
You know, you feel so darn silly, but then I get to Target. Everybody else has masks on. Everybody's wearing masks here. I don't know how it is in Vermont, but a lot of people are wearing masks. It's you know what's great is the young people are wearing masks, and that gives me hope. You know, I mean, these younger people who, you know, kind of think they're going to live forever, they're wearing masks too, which is really nice. I really appreciate that.
So, Miss Richfield, I have someone on who says they're one of your biggest fans, and they'd like to say hello to you. Hi there, Adam.
Oh my word! Is that you, darling? You the light's behind you. You need the light in your face. Turn around. You have a laptop? Here we go. Ah! Hi, Adam. Where are you living now? Oh, that's right. He's mute. I forgot about that. There was a reason I like that kid. There was a reason.
I'm now living.
Oh, there you are. Oh, you can talk. Oh, you can talk now. Oh, okay.
Now
so where are you
in
living?
Vermont.
Are you you're in Vermont?
Yeah, I'm not with Rainey and OJ anymore, but
right. You decided to move on, do other things. And where are you living in Vermont? Are you in Burlington with the gals?
The Burlington area, yeah.
That's such a pretty area. You know, I work with Mike. I work with Mike Wilson, wou always comes up to Stowe, Vermont, and does Winter Rendezvous. So I've been to Stowe and to Burlington. I've been to a number of different places, and your state is so beautiful. I can see why someone would move from Minnesota and stay in Vermont because it's just so beautiful. It reminds me of Minnesota, but it's with the mountains. It's, I would dare say, even more beautiful. It's so pretty.
How do you two know each other?
Well, Adam was friends with this couple that I knew from Atlanta's events. I don't know if you can get all that. That was sort of thinly veiled information. I don't want to talk about, the homos and their poor personal life choices. I don't want to air your dirty laundry in front of national TV. I mean, right. God knows there's probably tens of people watching this, clearly. So Adam, what are you doing for work?
Working in banking, but recently graduated with my MBA, so who knows what next.
Really? I didn't remember that you were smart.
I know.
Wow.
Nobody did.
There you go. I just
pretty.
thought you were good looking.
Hey, it happened.
Twofer. And are you dating anyone? Or you just what's going on?
Nope, just single right now. Just
wow. Because he had two. There was Randy and OJ. Yeah, it was like, do you still see them at all, or?
Yeah. Every time I go back to New Hampshire, I see them. So
I haven't seen them in ages. Will you tell them I said hello?
I will.
Tell them we mentioned them fondly. Don't talk
tell
about
them
their personal life choices coming. What's that? Amber wants to talk. Why do you want to talk, Amber? What's the deal? I'm trying to talk to Adam.
They can watch the show on YouTube. They can go back and watch it. Yeah.
I did actually tell them that I was going to be on talking to Miss Richfield.
Oh, I haven't seen them forever. They used to travel with Atlantis events too.
Yeah.
They got on to other things. It happens. They moved on just like you.
Hey, it happens.
Well, thank you, Adam. And you guys can hook up later on. All right. Thank you.
Great to see you, Adam. Boy, he's such a cute kid. I didn't know he was like MBA. That sounds expensive. I don't know. That sounds like more involved than I'd care to be. That's for sure.
Oh, I've got some pictures of us down in P-Town. I'd like to.
Yay! You know what I had written? I had in my notes here, I had written big, drag brunch, underlines, because I have a few things written down because, you get to that age where your nose runs and you can't remember anything. So look at us.
Tell us about the drag brunch. Tell us what that event is.
I love that picture. Like, look at us. You and I were right in the middle of that big mosh pit of insanity, and look how beautiful everybody looks. It is such a fun event. I'm sure they won't have it this year because we can't have big events.
Yeah,
but we'll have it next year. It'll give us all a year off, which I can't say I'm exactly crying about having a year off because it's a lot of work and but it's so much fun. And what we do is we get together at a restaurant called Patio, and years ago it was Cafe Blasé was the name of it. And every year on Friday of Carnival, so kind of the end of Carnival week, the day after the parade, we have this there's Misconception. We have this wonderful brunch, and it raises money for helping our women. And because the people are so generous, and Joachim at Patio and his staff and all his wealthy friends, God bless him, we raised I don't know, how much did we raise last year? Like 60,000 or something.
60,000, yes.
Crazy. Oh, look at that. That's a great angle. There we go. Glad you showed that.
You do make me laugh.
That's just good of everybody. Thank you, Amber. That's beautiful. That is. Oh, there we go. Did we make the paper?
Yes, we did.
I didn't know that. Well, how about that? Look at me. Did they spell my name right? My title? Yes, they did. Look at that.
There's a better picture.
Oh, and there's the gal who heads up helping our women.
Yep.
Yes, and right behind her is Biscuit.
Biscuit, yeah.
Lucy's in there somewhere. I think Lucy's in there. I don't see her, but look at us all. Oh my gosh. And look at how you match the LeMay gals.
Oh, we have to. And Iona Johnson's there.
Iona Johnson. Iona is the best. And Della. That's
Della. That's right. Yes, that's what it is.
Oh my gosh! Look at you I gotta get this. I gotta get these pictures from you. I don't have pictures from year after year. It looks like you've got. Oh, look at that!
We always come to see your show too. So
look at that handsome crew.
Oh, and what a great bunch of guys too. Oh, couldn't ask for better traveling buddies. That's
I know, they're the best. Oh my gosh, that was a few years ago. I'm a little thinner, I think. Look at me. Oh my God.
Yes, we are.
And that's the Crown and Anchor, actually. That was at the Crown.
But now to keep yourself busy, you've been doing your Bingo Bonanza.
Mm-hmm. Bingo Bonanza. And that, you know what, Amber, that has been going so well. And I have a team of people. I would love to just take all the credit for it because, I usually do that. But this is one of the rare times I can't do that. And it's what it is we do, as you can see, every Monday and Thursday on the East Coast there, it's 8 p.m. both nights. And you can literally download a card and you play bingo live. You can download up to 3 squares and watch me call the games. And it's a real bingo. It's real bingo. And then when you get a bingo, you press a button. And the first couple people that press the button get prizes. It's so crazy. And it's so, it takes 5 of us to operate this thing, right? Me, and then a guy in Florida, and my manager's in Florida, and then Eli is in Philly. And my other friend is in, Joe is here in Minneapolis. And it just takes all of us to make that, it's really a lot of work. I mean, I don't know. And right, and it takes a lot of work to do what you're doing, even though it doesn't look like a lot of work. And certainly you would give the indication that you haven't put any time into it, but you have, right?
I try.
Clearly.
So, it's great. It's a great hour and 10 minutes or so. It's fun. You have people on the screen from all over the world. You had someone from
crazy. Yeah, we've had people from other countries, which is like the middle of the freaking night in Europe. But
you're so funny talking to them, and it's just
we have a lot of fun. And I'm doing a new thing too. So we're branching out. We're doing, because God help us, that's not enough.
Can you talk?
Yeah, and you know what the deal is, Amber, is, everything's canceled, and it sounds like it might be canceled, the summer might be canceled in P-Town. We don't know yet, but it's kind of heading in that direction, so they're kind of softening the blow and telling us, this may be the case. So we want to keep the online thing going because we get tips, and I share the tips with everyone, but at least it's something coming in, at least it's some money coming in. Otherwise, I have nothing. Zip. Yeah. So it's very helpful to have this, and people have been great. They've been very generous, and we do it twice a week, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's so you don't have to make a lot of money. You just need to make a little bit of money each night, and you do it often enough, and you can put together some, like you can pay your bills and live. And so I'm still eating cat food, but I eat cat food about 6 months out of the year, even when things are good. So anyway, but what was I going to tell you? Oh, my new thing. That was it. So it's Miss Richfield's pajama party. And we're just going to do it one night, the night after Memorial Day. So it'll be whatever that is, Tuesday, is Memorial Day like the 26th or something? Anyway, it's that Tuesday after Memorial Day. It'll be 9 o'clock, so it'll be a little bit later because it's a pajama party. So we have to get in our pajamas. It's going to be fun. Kind of a game night. I'm going to do a recipe. It's sort of a little, slumber party sort of theme. We're keeping it loose, just so we can do whatever we want. You know what I mean? So I can do what I want. Enough of the bingo. That's a little confining, Bingo is a little. In fact, I've got the bingo cage right here. I know.
Love your balls. Love your balls.
Yes. The spinner winner. I mean, it's a lot of excitement, I'll tell you. Well, in my kitchen. I don't know what your house looks like. Do you do this from your house?
Oh, yes. Well, Bob's house.
You can see my kitchen. It's just full of stuff. It's just it looks like kind of like a studio, like someone trashed a studio. That's what it looks like.
I get a couple friends together. We get on Zoom. We watch you play bingo. We laugh. We talk.
And you're going to be a guest.
I've been told.
You're going to be a guest. I think Thursday, because we couldn't get you on. I want to get you on tomorrow, but it was she was already like, it's just like,
I'm here.
They're so on it. They've got it going on. So I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, I think it's Thursday that you're going to be on, but you'll have to advertise it so everyone can watch.
Oh, they will.
There's only 6 people.
Yeah, I like it. The fewer people. Yeah.
And we use StreamYard like you're using.
Yeah, it's great.
Isn't it? And you can both be on the screen at the same time? Oh, nutty.
Yes.
That Zoom is insane. we used Zoom for a while, and it was like, I thought, I'm going to be in an early grave if we keep, And so, my guys just got on it and figured it out.
Well, thank you very much. It's time now for our Minnesota quiz. So I'm back to John Olsen. John, this is Miss Richfield.
Hi, John.
We've met. Good to see you again.
Oh, I do recognize you, John.
Hi, no, I'm the one in the 14th row. Yes.
Well, you had an afro the last time I met you.
I did. Well, the hairstylists aren't working either.
Oh, don't I know it. I usually can drop this off on Tuesday, pick it up Friday for the weekend, but I haven't, this is just, look how long it's getting. It's just ridiculous.
I need to get your girl. Oh my God.
Yeah. Mr. Renee at the Richfield House of Beauty. I'm telling you, where the motto is, if your hair is not becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Yes. Mr. Renee.
In honor of tonight, I am drinking out of my Spam.
Oh, good.
And why would that be? Why would Sam in Minnesota? What's that about?
Boston, Minnesota, baby, the Hormel family. And one of their sons was gay, or is gay.
Oh, she's leading me twice, 2 points already. Damn it.
Okay.
Damn it.
Well,
Oh no, am I ruining your questions?
no.
I've been studying.
I'm probably rattling off your questions.
Now, I found out a few things about Minnesota.
I love it.
The official title is the nation's North Star state.
Yes.
You knew that. It's probably on your coins and your flag and all that stuff. Also, land of 10,000 lakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. The Gopher state.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've got
Minnesota
beavers.
Gophers.
You've got gophers. The bread and butter state.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Miss Richfield, if they ever have the fair again, you must go to the dairy exhibit where they
The
carve
Dairy Queen,
the
yes.
winners out of butter.
Yeah. Well, you don't think I've been there?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm surprised they didn't have one of you still up.
I know. I know. I knock on the window every time. I'm like, hey, what about this puss? But I think the hair is too big. I mean, the blocks are only a certain size, and I just think it's just too. You can be too pretty for some.
That's true. That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's also called
You
the
are.
cream pitcher of the nation. The cream pitcher of the nation.
Oh, I would think that would be Wisconsin. They're the dairy state.
The wheat state.
Oh yeah, that would be us.
Oh.
I'm
Playground.
bloating now just hearing this. Yes.
Playground of the nation.
Wow. What aren't we called?
Not
And,
since I left.
and this is the interesting thing: New England of the West.
Oh, really?
I had not heard that.
I have not heard that one. We'll have to put that on the license plates now.
I wonder-
Go to that 10,000 likes and put New England of the West.
I think that's to discourage people from moving to Minnesota.
Right. Or discourage the other. I don't know. It's discouraging something. I'm not sure what.
We don't want those people here.
No. Wisconsinites
All right.
are tough enough. We don't want to start another fight.
Right.
All right, so I've got 6 questions here. All right.
All right.
So we'll alternate first, and we'll go ladies first. So John, you get the first.
John
one.
starts.
Okay.
Right. Helen Keller could have seen that one coming. All right, go ahead.
Oh, Miss Richfield, you've got your swag there. I see.
I know. My Bingo Bonanza cup that I designed myself with Lewis. Lewis is on there, my cat. Yeah, there's Lewis. Isn't he cute? He's so handsome, that one. And then me in my hazmat suit. And then Bingo Bonanza. Yes. All right. There you go.
That's great. Okay, the first question, John, is well, Minnesota likes them big. I'm not saying you guys are size queens, but you like big things, okay? Apparently. Well, do you know your state? In the city of Bemidji, a statue of a giant and his blue companion stand 18 foot tall. Who are they?
Well, Paul Bunyan and his Blue Ox Babe.
Yeah.
Easy.
But I can tell you one more thing about that.
Ooh.
Is I think it was built or carved or whatever in 1928.
Oh, okay.
I think
there are 2 or 3 others
That's
around
right.
also, but yes, that's
What's
one.
that?
I think there are 2 or 3 others around also.
I think that was like the original one, though. It
Might be,
seems
yep.
like it's kind of
Yep.
famous. I might have some school chums up there in Bemidji.
Mr.
I might have
Richfield.
spent a few years up there.
Mr. Bemidji, 1928.
So is he anatomically correct? Do you know? Is Babe anatomically correct?
Well, I mean, yeah, you can stand behind him. That's the picture that people. The hand.
All right.
I
Ms.
did not
Richfield?
I did not study animal
Both
husbandry
hands.
in high school. So
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I've heard. I would never do something like that. Please.
Miss Richfield, a 55-foot giant stands in Blue Earth, Minnesota. He's not blue, but he might be green with envy.
Oh yes, in LeSueur, Minnesota. Actually, it's the Jolly Green Giants.
Really?
Oh, that's not the one in LeSueur, but yes, that's the one in New Ulm. Yes.
Oh.
The one in LeSueur is by the highway. He's like a cardboard cutout, but he's like the more famous one because he's on the highway. I don't know this guy. He's in town somewhere. Nobody sees him. But the one on the highway, if you ever seen the one on the highway, John? If you go down the highway and it's like up on the hill and
it's like Jesus on the cross or something.
It's like Christ the Savior in Brazil, with the arms. Same idea.
He's vegetarian. He's definitely a vegetarian.
Totally.
So,
green.
So, who makes Jolly Green Giants food? Is that?
Well, wasn't that Libby's? Libby's. Wasn't it? Didn't that? Who bought it? Because the Jolly Green Giant was a brand, I think, in and of itself, and I think Libby's might have bought them.
Fucking Libby's.
Not that I know for sure. Don't quote me on that.
No.
All right, John, your question. In New Ulm, there is a 27-foot tall, sword-wielding chieftain standing atop a monument that you can climb. He has been there since 1897. Do you know what his name is?
You cannot. Oh, let's see. Does it say on there?
New Ulm is here. Is that right?
No, a little bit further, right in that area.
I'm doing it backwards. It's kind of hard. Woo.
I know it's terrible because it's not like I'm here. I don't know what it would be though. I don't know the answer to that.
Yep, I don't know either.
It's a German
of some sort.
It's a very German town. Is it
Leif Erikson?
Oh, is it Leif Erikson?
No.
German is part of his name.
It's German. It's a very German town. New Ulm is. It
rhymes with German. His first name rhymes with
Herman. Herman the German.
Herman the German.
No way. Are you serious?
Wow.
Wow.
Amber, you know more about our state than we do. Thank goodness.
Well, that was the first one she stumped us on, to be quite honest. What, New Ulm, for crying out loud? Nobody goes to
I know. It's almost Iowa. Please.
My research department.
Why don't you just ask us about South Dakota while you're at it?
Yes, exactly. I would have known that if my internet didn't go out this week, but I would have had that one. Yeah.
My internet goes out more than I do. Miss Richfield, the small town of Darwin.
Oh, I know the answer to this.
West of the Twin Cities.
I know the answer. Can I answer it before you ask?
Sure.
The largest ball of twine in the world. Yay! You didn't even have to ask the question.
Wow.
Hello. Well, what else is in Darwin? Have you ever been to Darwin? It's west of you haven't? It's west of the Twin Cities. And actually, my relatives lived in a town near that area.
Really?
Yeah, Waverly, which is where Hubert Humphrey landed. Actually, that's where Hubert Humphrey and Muriel lived in their retirement years, and now their beautiful property has been turned into a drug and alcohol treatment center in Waverly. But just beyond that is Darwin, where they have the largest ball of twine in the world. Believe me, I've seen it a couple times. It's worth it. It's worth pulling off the highway, and it's like literally, it's like 10 feet off the highway. You just have to kind of pull off to the side.
Well, next time I go,
you don't have to get out of your car. You can just sort of look at it.
And then keep on driving? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, okay.
Fabulous. I mean, how often are you going to see that?
That's true.
And then they give the whole history of it, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. The whole history of it. How it started, and then they've got it. Now it's all enclosed. It used to be outside. It's all enclosed behind glass.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just like the Butter Queens.
Exactly. Same idea.
All right, John. In Rochester, there is a 23-foot one of these. But to make his bigger, Bob Rauenhorst, owner of Trojan Seed Company, made his 25 feet tall and put it on top of a 25-foot tall gazebo. What is it?
My word.
A shock of corn?
An airplane.
No way. Oh my God. That is a riot. That's good. That was a good guess. Because Rochester is not known for corn. They're known
maybe the Mayo Clinic the corn of Cobb.
The Mayo Clinic and IBM were the only things down there for years. The ear of corn. That was a good guess.
Wow.
That was really good.
That's something.
Oh, Miss Richfield, the last one here.
All right.
There is a 65-foot long one of these next to the Big Fish Supper Club in the town of Bena, B-E-N-A. What is it?
What is it?
Yes.
Is it like a giant sturgis or something? It must be a giant fish.
It's a giant fish, but it's not a sturgis.
Is it a walleye? I would guess
No.
walleye, rainbow trout.
Great Northern.
Oh yeah, northern walleye though. What other ones are famous? Wait a minute, we'll get it. Do not tell us.
We only have 2 kinds of fish in 10,000 lakes, so we're tapped out. We're tapped out.
Is it a sunfish? Wait a minute. Let's crappie. It's crappie.
Lots of crappies.
Hang on. What other fish are we missing?
Is it a perch?
No.
Not a lobster, that's for sure.
It was the name of a former senator of Maine.
Kingfish?
No.
A former senator of Maine, like
Muskie.
Yeah. Muskie.
Oh, a muskie. That's
Dear God.
wow.
That looks
I'm
like
gonna be
Miss Richfield
be
somehow.
taking the bus to that. Where is that located? Where is it located?
Bena, B-E-N-A.
B-E-N-A. I've never heard of it.
Nope, sorry.
B-E-N-A. Where's that? Must be up north, obviously, somewhere.
Well, that's a quiz you both did very well. You know, you're
Totally.
you're there. So,
Clear.
hot dish. Is hot dish soda?
Oh,
It is.
hot dish.
Yeah.
It's the shit. I mean, it'll make you.
It's it.
What's your favorite hot dish, John?
Oh, gosh. Well, my mother made Olson hot dish. My brother in Minneapolis and his husband will appreciate this. It is ground hamburger and rice and maybe salt and pepper if you're crazy. And, of course, cream of mushroom soup. There might be one other thing there, but it's the cream of mushroom soup that's got to go. Yeah.
The cream of mushroom soup. It all starts with the cream of mushroom soup, and then it builds from there.
Exactly.
But
you
you know,
hot
the
dish
funny thing
crazy.
about it is that people make fun of it, right? And they always like, oh, roll their eyes and whatever. Oh, it doesn't have any taste, whatever. But whenever you bring a casserole to a gathering, it is the first thing to go. I mean, once people have, I mean, literally, other stuff will be fabulous, but the casserole, the hot dish, will be the first one to
So
be.
what's your favorite? What's your favorite hot dish, Miss Richfield?
Well, you know, I feel like my mom made and this really isn't a casserole per se, but she made wild rice and chicken. A wild rice and chicken dish that was like creamy. I don't know what it had in it. I mean, obviously chicken and wild rice, but there had to be more than that. And it was so good that I would ask for it for my birthday. Because, you know, you could ask for whatever you wanted on your birthday. And I would ask for that as a little kid.
So what is the dietary slogan you say about Richfield?
Oh, where butter is a spice and gravy is a beverage.
Yes. Well, thank you
Sounds like Minnesota.
both of you for talking to us about Minnesota tonight. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
It's been so great to have John here.
Yes.
Oh, hang on, John. Look at this. You have that, but look what I have.
Oh, I have 4 more things.
But I have, look at this. I have a cutting board.
Oh,
That's the shape of-
I'm
and it has a little star here for Richfield. The guy that made it put a little star on there.
After
how
all
nice.
the kids graduated, my mother started taking woodworking class at shop, and she made me a Minnesota-shaped clock like that. I don't know where it is right now, but I would show
What?
it.
You don't know where it is?
It's here somewhere. I have 20.
Yeah, you better find that.
cut him off. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Whoa, Bob, sorry.
Believe me, if I could have done it, I would have done it. Like, you can find that clock. Go find that clock right now, and we will stay on the air until you find that clock.
They would send me back into the closet. I got to dig deep for that one. Sorry.
Well, again, thank you very much, folks. Miss Richfield, see you at bingo tomorrow night. John, see you around town.
See you around town. Lovely to be
Thank
here.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Mwah.
Oops, back. Bye. Whoa. Well, running out of time here. Not going to have time for a song, but I do understand that we possibly have a remote call from Rocco. Am I getting that right? I'm not sure. Am I? But I want to say, what's this?
Hey Amber, how you doing? It's Rocco Zamboni, author of How to Make Love to Rocco Zamboni by Rocco Zamboni. Anyway, as you can see, I'm driving right now. I'm not even able to call you in person, which sucks, but hey, what are you gonna do? So my point here is, you guys, talking about Minnesota, and I was going to chime in with this great joke I've been working on where I was going to pull out a small can of soda and say, oh, look, a mini soda. And then it was all going to be laughing and stuff, but I can't do that because I don't have it with me right now. Either way, my point is I'm going to drink that soda when I find it. So I went to Minnesota. I drove there. That's where I am right now, Minnesota. Can you see? Not much different, really. A little colder. So I heard they had a spam museum. Spam. That's right, spam. I went there. I was all excited. I'm going to have a spamwich, of course. The chorizo, they got different kinds of, they got jalapeno, they got other shit. And the damn place is closed because of this quarantine. You know, this is really putting a crimp in my style. I drove all the way here for some spam and I got nothing. I can't even go to the store because they're closed. I need some spam desperately. So instead of eating spam, maybe I'll go get drunk. That might work. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi. I wish I could talk to you. But as you can see, I can't. Although I'm talking to you. This is stupid. All right? I'm just sitting here driving in Minnesota. This is the dumbest place in the world. All right. This is Rocco Zamboni. I'll talk to you later because I don't know where I am. I don't know how I'm getting home. I better be home by next week because this blows. All right.
Thank you for calling in, Rocco. I hope there's no laws in Minnesota that you can't drive and talk at the same time. Who knows? Oh my God, what a fun show. I really got to thank John Olsen and Miss Richfield of 1981 or whenever it was for joining me tonight. Next week, we're working on some really good guests. Hard to beat this week, that's for sure. But we keep going. Thank you very much. I saw people here from Larry and Jessica from Florida. I saw Rich from New Hampshire. Saw a couple California. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. Tell your friends. Go on. You can watch the shows on YouTube, the House of LeMay page on YouTube. Check in with Amber Live on Facebook. I did something stupid this week. I changed it. Amber's fan page to Amber's Performer because I didn't see Amber's fan page. Anyway, it's going to be changed back to Amber's fan page soon. All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Russell in New York. Thank you for everything. And thank you very much. So have a good week and wear a mask. Wear a mask. See ya. Bye-bye.